And once you find out what you are, it kind of gives you an idea of jobs that are suitable based on your type. And they always talk about type. And this is based on just how you like to receive your information. So today we're just going to talk about the introvert and extrovert thing because I think it's really important in the job interview. I'm obviously an extrovert, very talky, like to, I think immediately what I'm going to say comes right out my mouth. I don't think it internally. As I'm thinking, it's coming out. That's an extrovert's more that way. They prefer to be very chatty, and that's just how they think. And introvert's the opposite. They're going to process what they want to say before they say it. So to somebody that's an extrovert like me, I'm thinking, what's taking so long? I'm used to somebody speaking right off because that's what I would do. So you're going to be in an interview situation where, how many in here would you say, I tend to be an extrovert where I talk as I'm thinking? Hands up. So you guys are more apt to say, I wish I hadn't said that, because you say it,
yeah.
Right? Yes. Okay, everybody else, raise your hand if you're an introvert, that you wish I had said that. That you sometimes, that you kind of think about it for a while. Okay, so you see there's a big difference on the different types. And what I found in when I was training teams is that people have a real problem understanding, if you're an extrovert working with an introvert or vice versa, how the other one likes to receive their information. So if you're an introvert and you're going for a job interview and you're interviewing with me, the extrovert, I'm going to talk all over you. You're not going to have a chance to say a single word because that's how I am. I just talk. And you're going to be frustrated because you're going to want to get what you want to say in. I'm going to ask you a question. You're not going to answer fast enough. And I'm just going to answer it for you, or I'm just going to go right on to the next question. I think you didn't hear me. I think you don't know it. I don't know what I'm thinking because I don't understand the difference. I'm saying, in general, an extrovert might think that. So here's what you need to do if you're an introvert and you're in a job interview with somebody like me. When they ask you a question, say, that's a really good question. Give me a minute. Let me think about that. What that does for me is it shuts me up for a minute. Not very long. You don't have that long. But you have a little bit of time to process what you want to say. It tells me that you heard me. So I'm not going to answer the question for you because I didn't assume you didn't hear it. So that's a very important trick. If you are an extrovert like me and interviewing with the introverts, then I have to learn to back off a little bit. I have to let you speak. It's really hard for us. And you have to ask questions and then don't answer it for them. And make sure they have a chance to speak to you. And you'll be able to pretty much tell when somebody's an introvert or extrovert. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you're sitting with me and yep. So you can tell I'm an extrovert. It's sometimes a little harder with introverts when you're in an interview because an introvert that knows what they're talking about and they know already what they're going to ask sometimes might come across where they don't need as much time to answer because they've already done this before. But you can tell when if you ask them a question and they slow down a little bit and they're thinking and processing. So try to judge what the opposite personality is if you're with an opposite. If it's two introverts, it's not such a bad deal because you both are just thinking, taking your time, everybody's fine. You get two extroverts, we're talking over each other, nobody's listening to anything. So you just try to realize that if you have two extroverts, to try and back off a little bit and let them speak, and it'll just be much more of a smooth interview. And